Hi, Shane Bangle with the Manna Group, back today to talk to you about a little bit of home maintenance, specifically in regards to being in the Pacific Northwest and what type of things you're going to do to prepare for coming winter. As we're getting into fall here, we're starting to get the cooler temperatures, and owning a home always comes with specific things that are home maintenance items. Right, owning your own home is great because you get to choose and pick what you want to do with your home, and that also comes with some maintenance and some items to take care of. So as we get to winter, there's some key things to pay attention to. First, and probably most important in the Pacific Northwest, is sprinkler blowouts. If you do not get the water out of your sprinkler lines, they're going to freeze, and you're going to have broken either pipes or sprinkler heads that are going to be needed to be repaired come spring and summertime. And I would say the way that happens because water freezes and it expands in shape. So that pressure, sprinkler heads and PVC pipes are not made for that. Some internal piping in a house, like PEX piping, has some expansion factor built into it for that cause, but don't risk it with your sprinklers. Just get them blown out. The other important items to consider are what's happening with your gutters. So heading into winter, we get rain and we get snow, and when that snow and rain is there and it's thawing and it's freezing and then thawing, you want to make sure that you have clean gutters right on your house. Hopefully you do have gutters as well. I would say it's really important to get the water running away from the foundation of your house. So a lot of times I go to houses that I'm showing and they have gutters, which is awesome, but then the downspout is just right by the foundation. So you're pouring just tons and tons of water in a concentrated area of your foundation, which can lead to settling and other issues in your home. So what we'd like to see is the gutter collecting the water and then the spout taking the water at least 3 to 4 feet away from the edge of your house, because that water, as it hits, it will also travel into the ground and go away from your home, which is ideal. Gutters do need to be cleaned out though, because if you got tons of leaves and pine needles like at my house, you got to get up on the roof or get on a ladder and clean those things out before winter gets here. They do sell products that are gutter guards, so there's like a mesh net or even a wiring netting that water can penetrate, but the leaves hopefully go on and blow off. Those are great products, very, very helpful, makes it so that you don't have to do as much clean out. At my house, I have that product, but the pine needles tend to find their way in all the perforated holes, so I still got to get up there and clean them out. Really important to do that as you're getting prepared. Other things that you can think about are, what are you doing with your landscaping? It's a good, some trees need to be pruned, some maybe not. Some people believe in doing lawn aeration during this time. You'll see many of the golf courses do that, so I tend to think it's a good and important time to open up the ground and let it breathe a little bit more. You can overseed. I personally wouldn't do that, but I'm also not an expert in the landscaping. But home maintenance, another major thing that I would highly encourage homeowners to do is have your furnace cleaned and serviced. You usually can get it done for $150, $180. They're going to come out, they're going to check the components. Many people that buy with us, we make sure that they have a home warranty in place, that cost is covered. It really, really helps. If you're getting it cleaned and serviced, that your furnace is in good working order. If it does break, hopefully you have a home warranty in place and it gets replaced quickly, right? It can get very cold in the Pacific Northwest, and we do not want to have freezing homes. That's not fun. Obviously we can put space heaters and stuff like that, but that starts to run the electrical bill up quite a bit. So making sure that that's properly working is really important. Other things that you can do for home maintenance in this time, I would say it's wise to inspect your roof. Take a look. Most roofs have a plumbing vent that's coming out from your plumbing system. Those plumbing vents have a rubber boot, it's called, and it has it on there so that any penetration can't get in that hole, because in order for that plumbing to come out of your roof, there is a hole cut in your roof, and then that rubber boot prevents any water from intruding and going into your attic or leaking into your house somewhere. During the summer months when we get a lot of sun, that rubber takes quite the beating and it can crack and deteriorate Depending on the age, you can put, I think it's called Blackjack, or O. Henry's is a common brand to use. You can just go up there, it's kind of like any standard caulking, put it in there, it dries, it sets. You gotta be careful when you put that in, if it's a rainy day, it's not really gonna dry properly. So wait till we have somewhat of a sunny day. It's wise just to get up there, walk around. If you see you have shingles missing, many roofers in town will do roof repair, especially the roofing season is typically tending to come to a close for roofers right now, meaning they're not doing tons of roof replacement as winter comes. So they have maybe a little bit more time to pick up the odd jobs to do small repairs and stuff like that. If you have any tabs or shingles missing, great time to get those replaced before we get heavy snow loads. Another thing to consider on a lot of houses is heat tape. So they sell a product and it's just electrical cord that kind of goes like zigzag along the edge of your roof. 2 winters ago, that was just a really important product to have on your roof because we had heavy snow followed by really cold days. So snow just sat on roofs and it was thawing and then freezing at night. That creates what we call ice dams on your roof, and it causes water to back up, and then you get a lot of intrusion. Water's working underneath your roof shingles, or we saw many soffit vents where icicles were coming out from underneath them because water was melting during the day, getting in through your attic and like kind of dripping out and forming icicles. Heat tape is a great product to prevent that. And they also have great outlets that you can use for that, an additional little plug that you put on, and the heat tape only kicks on when it gets to a certain temperature, so you're not wasting electricity. You do want to be careful and keep an eye on your heat tape. I have heard of people having issues with them, so it's something to monitor and keep track of, especially depending on the type of roof. If you have a lot of valleys, a lot of places where the roof comes together, you're going to want to have some heat tape there to prevent any ice dams from building up. So there's tons of items that you can do for home maintenance here in the Pacific Northwest. These are a few of them. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out.